Hello, I'm Isabella Futlão.
I'm Julia Vidal.
And I'm Kayungo, and we are in the JBF team from Latin America. Today we'll analyze Shopee's challenges in international expansion. First, what are Shopee's problems? Shopee's difficulties can be divided into two main events: the macroeconomic shift against China online companies and its failure to read regional marketing necessities and user feedback.
Firstly, Shopee's failure to assess Europe's anti-China sentiment following its Indian banishment resulted in its rejection from the European market. This oversight stemmed from a lack of understanding of the macroeconomic landscape and over-reliance on its marketing and business tactics.
Secondly, Shopee neglected user feedback and the public's negative response to its controversial marketing campaigns in France, which led to declining user ratings and further rejection. To realign Shopee's expansion strategy, a focus on China-aligned economies should be prioritized to prevent similar resistance to that seen in Europe and India. Based on the company's values of adaptation, service, and commitment, we propose leaving behind its former expansion plan and directing its international efforts into a new region.
Thus, the Middle East, with its growing consumer markets and high smartphone ownership rates, must be Shopee's expansion focus, especially in the Gulf region. To ensure it reaches a broad consumer base and has high penetration rates, Shopee's advertisements must be culture sensitive and target prominent goods, such as fashion and electronics.
Why is the Middle Eastern market ideal for Shopee? First, its smartphone penetration rates are amongst the highest globally, reaching 97% in the UAE and Saudi Arabia. Second, the Middle East e-commerce market is expected to grow by $10 billion in 5 years and be worth $27 billion by 2025. Saudi Arabia alone is expected to bring over $20 billion in revenue by 2027. And third, the region's legislation is, in its majority, intensely stimulating e-commerce.
With Amazon and Trendyol being their most significant competitors in the Middle East, Shopee's previous strategy of no logistic or seller profit fees in India must be used to get ahead of the competition. Shopee's entry strategy and marketing must be in fashion, electronics, and kids' toys niches, and as those represent the majority of goods sold online.
Now, having seen the benefits of Middle East, what challenges might Shopee face in its market? Due to distrust in online payments among the region's population, partnering with popular payment services such as virtual commerce can help win the public's trust. This partnership will highly benefit Shopee when dealing with user retention, since it will make the user experience familiar and comfortable.
Another challenge is regarding local regulation. In the Gulf region, new legislation will implement a value-added tax on the supply of goods and services at a rate of 5%. Our strategy for risk mitigation in this case is for Shopee to absorb this fee instead of passing it down to its customers. Other risk mitigation strategies include constantly updating software, policies, and marketing strategies according to user feedback.
Now, our proposed business plan is the following. Shopee must enter the market in the prominent fashion and electronic niches. It must prioritize social media for marketing and focus on culture-conscious advertisements, especially when dealing with public figures. Shopee's competitive advantage will be the absence of logistics and seller profit fees, and will gain user trust by forgiving partnerships with payment platforms.
Most of Shopee's focus must be directed at the UAE and Saudi Arabia when entering the market and consolidating its consumer base. Their large markets, urban infrastructure, and smartphone retention support our strategy. Finally, as our business plan is adopted, Shopee can expect between 0.5 and 1% of the $9 billion in total market size, leaving it with a projected $200 million as the serviceable obtainable market. Throughout the decade, due to the predicted $10 billion growth in this market, Shopee's revenue will grow 50%, reaching $300 million.
You can see that we used statistical data to understand the market profile, competition, and financial predictions in Appendix 1. In Appendix 2, scientific data confirmed the potential economic benefits of the Middle Eastern market, and journalistic reports showed public perception of Shopee's advertisements campaign and policies in Europe.